Okay, so what we have here in the box is a partially assembled Bulgarian AK-74S parts kit. Someone already assembled the front and rear trunnions and the trigger guard assembly onto a no-DAC spud receiver. And it looks like we've got aftermarket barrel on here. I believe it's a 5.56 barrel. So this assembly should go pretty quickly, in my opinion, since most of the work is done on it. But I won't know until I get the barrel assembly into the trunnion and check Headspace and see what kind of issues I'm going to have there. So, barring any issues with that, should be a pretty smooth assembly. Looks like non-matching parts. Yeah, just a hodgepodge of parts here. I don't see any stampings with matching numbers on anything, so it looks like it was just a hodgepodge build here that somebody assembled the pieces and they want a Franken gun put together. So well, we'll see what we get. Well, here we are. I got the barrel assembly into the front trunnion. The kit was missing a barrel pin. I just happened to have this barrel AK-74 barrel pin lying around. Used that. Seemed to worked out all right. I'm getting ready to check Headspace here. Everything seems to look okay so far. So we'll go ahead and pause this and get my gauges ready. Using Forrester 223 Remington Go, which is a 5.56 NATO minimum. I don't know if you can see that there. There's the Go. And of course the no-go. Okay, so I do have the Go gauge inserted into the bolt. I do have the firing pin removed. I do leave the extractors in. I know most people say you're supposed to remove the extractors, but after almost 100 builds, I've never had a problem with Headspace leaving the extractor in, so I'm just going to stay with that because the extractor is a pain and I'd rather not lose the parts right now. So as you can see, I'm closing it, and it is a tight close. So that's fine. Tight close is good. I do know one thing. Once I do fire this for the first time, that action is going to actually get seated in a little bit. It probably will. The whole barrel assembly probably will move maybe 1/1000th of an inch, or 0.5 thousandths. Who knows? So I do know after I do test fire it will most likely move a little bit and should be a nice easy close at that point. So let's get ready to check the no-go here. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but I do have the no-go gauge in there. So here we go. Pressing hard, really hard as I can with one hand, and it is definitely not going in. So that is good. So that's what you want. A tight close on the go. Definitely no close on the no-go. And I'm going to check a live round here. Just standard 223 Remington. Just you want to check. If you get a tight close, you want to make sure that you can at least cycle ammunition. So I'm going to go ahead and check that here in a second. Okay, I do have the 223 round in there. Just a standard Russian, Tula, Wolf, whatever. Soviet 223. And like I said, there is no firing pin, so not worried about any kind of accidental discharges. So here we go. I'm just going to use my finger. And there we go. It closes. Open. See? Here we go. Ready? That's fine. That's perfect. That's the way I set them up. And it looks like someone else had pre-drilled that, and we think alike. You want a tight close because, you know, as you fire this rifle over the years, the headspace will open up. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. It definitely will open up. So setting it a little bit tight in the beginning is a trick, you know, a lot of us builders like to use. But as you can see, we're cycling ammunition just fine. So there you go.